This is nuts. Chinese retailers ban popular Nintendo game Animal Crossing New Horizons after players use it to organize virtual protests against Xi Jinping and the World Health Organization. There were some other stories too where it claimed that it was like, what were they calling it? Like an absent of authority or something?
Yeah. Oh, a vacuum of authority.
A vacuum of authority.
Yeah.
Yep. So what? I don't know if this has something to do with what was going on in Minecraft. Remember that story? It was like these journalists created an archive within Minecraft people could access in the virtual world.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But now apparently they're going to start banning games. Now here's my theory. I think this could be a precursor to a major international conflict. If they're banning, it's like MMOs or something, right? Mm-hmm. You know what the gist of the story was? Because this is talking about Animal Crossing and retailers.
Yeah, there's another article.
Animal Crossing got banned.
Well, they go into talk about how it's pretty much any public multiplayer game where people can talk that they can't censor or observe. So the main thing is Animal Crossing because it just came out. So it's like a huge new game that's multiplayer. So now they're able to, like, you could see this article right here. It says right over his head, "Free Hong Kong." So it's like,
oh yeah,
yeah, it's like Free Hong Kong Revolution now. So that's like the world that he named his world that. So and anyone that goes into his world is like, and they see that like, oh, okay, I could go into that world because I think that too. Let's go in there and chat. So I don't think it's international. I think it's China trying to shut down any sort of like a coup like a civil war from their own citizens finally going, we've had enough. Because I'm seeing these videos emerge from China.
But this guy's not from China, is he? He's in Hong Kong? Here, let me read this. They say...
Right.
No official reason for the removal was given, but activist Joshua Wong of the Hong Kong youth movement, Demo Sisto, said the decision was caused by protest activities he and others had conducted in the game. He said, "Oh no, Xi Jinping banned Animal Crossing in China, apparently because I play it, and these angry gamers are blaming me everywhere instead of blaming their own government." According to a report from Ping West, public chat groups dedicated to the game on WeChat had also adopted new rules to prevent discussion of the ban and were removing any members who tried to bring it up. The game is set on a small cartoon island and asks players to help a quirky cast of anthropomorphic animal residents with errands and chores while gradually raising money and collecting items to build out their home. Well, I think most of us, that's the gist of Animal Crossing. It is a foofy, fun family game.
Yeah.
But this is why I think I disagree with you, Adam. It sounds like this activist is saying that the Chinese people don't like him. They're not blaming the government for it. They're blaming him for it. What worries me about this is that through online gaming, you have communication with people in a foreign country. So you have like that archive in Minecraft. If they start banning online games because of things people are saying outside of China,
right,
then they're segmenting their population from communicating with the rest of the world. There's already the Great Chinese Firewall. They've already tried doing this. Russia has apparently tried doing this. What ends up happening, in my opinion, is if you have the government saying, the United States government did this, and then someone goes online and they speak with an American who says, well, here's what we heard, then there's doubt.
Right.
You can't rally your public to support your cause if they're getting information from the other side.
Well, but in that same sense, they can't convince their public that it's America's fault. If they're mad at the CCP, like Chinese citizens are mad at the CCP and they're blaming them, and the CCP is like, no, it's America. Like, we're just trying to stop you from, believing what you're saying it's us, but it's not. It's America. And then they're doing exactly that. They're going in these forums and going, oh yeah, but these American friends of mine are like, that's not what's going on.
But they're banning the forums. They're blocking people.
Right, to make sure that their citizens think what they're telling them. So
right.
It could go either way, honestly. Both things could be true, but it feels like they're just trying this as a tactic for control. They're just trying to maintain the narrative. They want their citizens to get everything from them and take anything that they could get outside source information and take it away.
I'll tell you this. We've seen the video of the people rioting at the Wuhan border. Mm-hmm. You remember that thing, right?
Yeah.
So if those aren't familiar, they like flipped over a squad car, like a van or something.
And the Wuhan police were with them.
Yeah.
Fighting the outside forces.
This is why I don't like the idea of the biolab conspiracy theory the bioweapon conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that.
This
either.
might destabilize China.
I think it will. Yeah. I think that's exactly what's happening. they're losing control. And they're communists, so they have to have the control or else it doesn't work.
Absolutely.
So if their citizens are, if it's bubbling up, I feel it is, because we've seen these videos. We've seen people in China fighting like the police state.
And what you got to realize, when we see videos in the U.S. of people smashing cop cars and setting fires, like, dude, we're a country based on protest and unruliness.
It's true.
We literally told the king to go shove it. And then we were like, it's our country now.
Basically,
so we protest is what we do. Like, I'm not saying it's good when people riot and stuff. I'm just saying, come on, man, Americans, we riot for everything. Football game, we won, riot. Did we lose? Riot.
Also riot.
In
Hockey
China, they
game.
don't. In China, you put the wrong post on the internet and they torture you.
Yeah.
Like that, we've seen that video of the guy being tortured by the cops, and they're like, why did you make fun of us? So the risk for the Chinese to protest seems, I'm not an expert on China, okay? I know there's a lot of, pro-China people who like to rag on me, assuming that I think I am. I'm not. But I've seen videos of people, like some woman put a camera in her room. She turned her phone on, and then police come in and like take her away, and she filmed it. Like, you say the wrong thing, they come for you. So imagine what these people must have been thinking when they started flipping over a police vehicle. They didn't care anymore.
Yep.
They were like, nothing you could do to me is worse than what's already happening.
Exactly.
Wow.
And I think that's happening right now.
Yeah.
Take away someone's video game.
That's the final straw.
Dude,
Yeah,
listen.
man.
That's why
Absolutely.
wasn't Trump talking about football? And he
Yeah.
was
He's like,
like,
we all miss sports.
but he was saying something about like, you can't take away someone's football. Like, it's got to start up. We're talking with the sports companies.
Yeah,
People
all
don't-
of them. He's
know-
bringing all of the experts, or not experts, the owners, basically.
Look at the Roman Colosseum. At least the way it's portrayed in like, fictional narratives or whatever, that it was basically a distraction for the people.
Yeah.
I think it's really funny. They say like, oh, they had all these problems in Rome, but they would come out and they would throw bread to the audience, and they would watch these games, and it would keep them satiated. We got like 4 Colosseums in every major city.
Basically, yeah.
Now,
you're right.
now here's the thing. I always thought about this. I'm like, man, most of these people don't care about what's going on in the world because they care more about their hometown team versus, the other team, their rival. What happens when the sport stops?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, people's team becomes political. Nah, the government is probably thinking we need people to watch football.
I definitely think that. Definitely. Because they probably are looking at China going, whoa, man.
Well, hold
they're
on. Check it
they're
out.
revolting over there.
Yeah.
Right now, because sports has been frozen, esports is taking center stage.
That's a good
Because
point.
people can still play games online.
That's true.
China has
That's
just
what I'm doing.
is now banning some of these video games.
Right.
So I'll tell you what, man.
What are you going to do now?
You can keep your population, in the corner, in the dark, just like not paying attention because they're staring at the screen, pressing buttons, and harvesting little digital flowers. Take that away from them. They're going to look up and ask what just happened and why.
Yep.
This is the stupidest thing they could have done. It's like you've given people. It's almost like you give a dog a treat,
Yeah.
and then you try and take it back. He growls at you.
Yeah.
Like he didn't care about it before, but now that he's got it, you don't take it away from him. So in that regard, not only are they distracted, but you've given them something that's appeased them. They've grown addicted to it. You take that away, they're not going to protest because of your authoritarian abuses. They're going to protest because you took away their video game. Like you've created a reason for a revolution.
Yep.
Nah, I mean, I'm not going to.
I mean, the reason was there.
Right.
But now
No,
it's like...
I'm saying it's a different reason.
No. It's just the final straw.
Mm-hmm.
You put it up there and it finally breaks the camel's back.
Well, no.
Boom.
It's. I mean, I see what you're saying, but the point I'm trying to make is, if they never had the games in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
they'd be doing something else.
Okay.
But when you give them this game,
Yeah, it just came out
and
like
then,
last week.
and now they're all like, "Oh, this is so fun!" And now take it away from them. Now they know how good it was, and they're mad they lost it.
Yeah, that's a good
So
point.
not only do they have the reason to protest or revolt because of like the border closures, the continued suspension of like, business and everything, now you've taken away what little reprieve they had in the first place. So I don't know. Look, I mean, whether or not it translates to internal conflict, I think there's a good argument because people like their, novelties. But my bigger concern is with the actions we've seen from the Chinese government, could this contribute to a separation between the Chinese people and people outside of China, which then creates an obedient and, angry population which rallies behind their government. And then when the government says, oh, we banned this because the Americans are putting propaganda and disinformation, a lot of people are going to believe it.
Yeah, I guess.
Then what happens right now if China comes out and says the U.S. just sank our carrier? Like, imagine if they faked it.
Like
And
that carrier they brought out to the ocean. It's like, yeah, everybody is seeing it go out there, and then they're like, oh, America sunk it. That would be insane.
So these things have happened, false flags, like the Gulf of Tonkin incident. What if China did that? Their people would not know. And so they would all panic and be like, oh, no, we're being attacked by the Americans. Oh, no.
I guess we'll go to war then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny because a lot of the conspiracy theories we hear about false flags are typically the U.S. citizens talking about the U.S. government. So I think, I don't know the full details of the Gulf of Tonkin incident. It got us pulled into the Vietnam War.
Right.
But it was apparently like fake. They said like a U.S. ship was attacked, never was, or something like that. I don't know the full details. You can look it up. But it's funny because we never talk about other governments doing the same thing. Yeah. And that's why I'm concerned when they start cutting off communication, which China's been doing for a long time.
Yep.
It creates the opportunity for them to lie to their people and rally them to, basically support militaristic actions against other countries.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Did you find it?
Yeah. Apparently, it was kind of a false flag. They found something they called Tonkin ghosts, which were false radar images. They were not actually North Vietnamese torpedo boats.
Well, they claimed the ship got hit.
Right. Yeah.
And it didn't.
Huh. Yeah, so one of the aircraft was damaged. One real and one falsely claimed confrontation between ships of North Vietnam and the U.S.
Look, so much goes on at top secret levels. We'll never know.
Yeah.
But could you imagine living in a country where they take away your video games?
Nope.
Or the internet?
Definitely not.
No way.
You keep your people.
I would riot.
Keep your people fat and happy, man.
I love games. I've always been a gamer. So
they're pushing hard. And people are already riled up.
Piss me
so
off.
I guess we'll see how this, I don't know, pans out.
Yeah, I guess so.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. If you want to catch the full show, tune in to this channel, subscribe, hit the like button, or check us out on iTunes and Spotify. And we will soon have this podcast up for free on all podcast platforms. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all in the next episode.